So the Fred Effects platform is built on a problem that an individual has solved and have mastered the ideas and information needed to be able to help other people to solve similar challenge. So I graduated from University of Cape Coast in Ghana, and then I had my national service in the northern part of Ghana, Bole Bamboi, one of the best experience I've ever had. And I found a need to be able to pursue higher education abroad, search for universities, and identify that the US will be a good platform. Now, I went through a couple of challenges, but eventually I was able to get it done. So I have mastered the process. Also having that opportunity to assist thousands of people to go through. So not only did I go through the process, but also have been able to assist thousands of people to go through. And so this gives a lot of ideas. This gives me a lot of ideas and information that if you want to go through a similar process or if you want to study abroad, it is easier for me to tell you what you can do to get it done. Hi, you're welcome to another episode of the Study Abroad podcast with me, the Fred Effect. We are a little bit late today. The reason is because this is a one-man production. I was having some technical issues and to sort it out with my guests. So thank you for sticking and staying. Let us hear from you in the comment section where you're watching us from. Tell a friend to tell a friend that the Fred Effect is live. And if you want to study abroad, this is the platform you have to tune in and also learn from the ideas and information. Now, sometimes it could be a little bit overwhelming. So, what I do is to be able to give you the information that you need to get the process done, but in a more inspiring and motivating way. I'm not here to tell you that I was able to do it, but you cannot do it. It is possible. You can also do it. I'm not better than you. Some of you, if you have even gotten the opportunity to be in my seat, you would have done better than I'm doing, right? So I'm here to let you know that the right way and then to let you feel inspired, motivated. If you feel overwhelmed, if you've been denied an admission, if a scholarship didn't go as planned, if the visa process didn't go as planned, I'm here to let you know that you can try again. It is possible. Maybe you made some mistakes. It is fine. We are humans, and then sometimes things doesn't go as we plan, but it is highly possible you can do it. My name is Fred. Thank you for tuning in. This is the Study Abroad podcast, and remember, we are live on X. If you're on X, please click on the follow button. We are live on Facebook, the Fred Effect platform. We are also live on TikTok. We are streaming live on Facebook as well as Instagram as well. Be part of the family by clicking on the subscribe button if you are yet to. So, as always, I have a guest. Today, we are going to speak about studying in Europe. My guest is an international woman. She has a lot of experience, doing that. She's going to walk us through her process, her journey, and to share her experience with you and I, so that if you want to follow the same path, it makes it easier. If people who have been successful were able to tell us how they did things, it will be easier for you and I to also follow, so that it makes it easier for us. Drop your comments drop your questions in the comment section. I'll be reading them as we interact. Later on the program, as you know, I'll share the link. You join us live in the studio. If you have any questions for her, you ask her as well. All right, so let's get started. Let me bring my guest on, and then we get going. Hi, Kuukua, how you doing?
Hey, I'm fine, Fred. How are you too?
So we've been planning this for some time now, so I'm glad we were able to make it happen. So I know you're a student in Germany, but tell us where you are at the moment.
But also currently I'm in Switzerland now.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So she's an international woman for the thousands of people who have been waiting to tune in. So I know people have been waiting for some time. Now they've
Yeah.
been able to tune in, and then we appreciate them for that. So for those seeing your beautiful face for the first time, kindly introduce yourself.
Okay, so my name is Samuela Kuukua. It means I'm a Ghanaian student studying in Germany for my master's, but I am currently in Switzerland for an internship. And I was somewhere last year also in Austria for an internship again. So this is my second internship. So I've been to Germany, Austria, and then now in Switzerland. But I am studying my master's originally in molecular biotechnology in Germany. So I studied biological sciences at Ken University,
Okay.
and yeah, now here I am.
Right. So if you do not know about KNUST, that is Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Is one of the best universities in Africa, located in Kumasi, Ashanti region. So that's where you had your bachelor's degree.
Yeah.
And I asked everybody this question: what actually inspired you to study abroad? What ignited your interest to study
Okay.
abroad?
So for me, I would say that as far as I remember, when I was even in high school, I
Right.
wanted to study abroad to the point that I even wanted to study high school in abroad. I don't know.
Oh,
I
okay.
remember I remember when I was in junior high school, I would take my mother's phone and be searching how to study my senior high school in abroad. So I really got my knowledge from an early stages of research. Like it's been like almost 12 years now because I don't know, I wanted to study abroad so badly. But then when you were in high school, the requirements were tough. I couldn't. So when I
Mhm.
was in my bachelor's degree, my second year at KNUST, I had the opportunity to do an internship abroad in Germany for
Okay.
like 3 months whilst I was in second year. Then I went back to continue. So, it was a process from because I really wanted to study abroad. I was always searching for the opportunity for exchange programs, internships, scholarships abroad, anything. And the more you search, the more you are led to something. And that's how come I even got the opportunity to join an organization at KNUST that can take students abroad for internships. And yeah, that's it. And now I'm here studying for my master's.
Do you think that the decision to go to choose Germany as the destination study country it was influenced by the internship you had whilst you are in the second year?
Yes, yes. I would say it was really influenced. I liked Canada, USA, UK as well, because the English language thing. But then when I came to Germany to do my internship, I my eyes were open. I found
Mhm.
out that German students like to study at German university was free. And then
Okay.
whilst I was working as a student with this supervisor of mine, they were so free. They would let you call them by their first name. They were so open. They would speak with
Yeah.
you. I was like, okay, this place is actually really nice. I'm sure that's how it is in US. But then I got exposed to the German culture. I got to meet a lot of people in Germany when I was here, like a big Ghanaian community because I was in Stuttgart. So I made friends and networks that it could easily bring me here. And
Oh,
so, though I applied for USA and UK and Canada, but scholarship issues, and or if you don't get there, you cannot
okay.
go. But for Germany, because tuition was free, it was quite easy for me. Then I said, yeah, I'll come. So yeah, my internship really played a big role in coming back to Germany for my master's.
Right. Because of the lot of experience that Kukua has, she has a very catchy YouTube channel. And I love how she creates her content. It's called Ask Kukua. So, Kukua, talk to us about Ask Kukua.
Yeah, so ask Kukwa, like literally you would know that it means ask me how to study abroad, but then
Mhm.
the ask also stands for my full name. So my name is Emisa Samuela Kukwa. So the ask actually is an abbreviation of my full name,
Oh,
but it
wow.
also means ask me anything you want to know about scholarship abroad, not only in Europe, because I can assure you I have experience in all field like USA. I've applied thousands for
Yeah.
myself and for people for Canada, UK, anywhere at all. So yeah, it was like you could ask me whatever you want to ask me, and that's
Yeah.
how they live.
And for 19,000 subscribers, almost 20,000 subscribers, that means you've been putting in a lot of informative, content out there. So the highest views has been, so if you have not subscribed, please do go to YouTube and click on and search for Ask Kukua, ASK, then a space KUUKUA, and then you subscribe to Ask Kuku. A lot of informative content on there. She has the experience, so she shares her journey and how you can also do it. So let's move on. If you've not subscribed, please click on the subscribe button and be part of the Ask Kukua family. And later on, we talk about how you can get in touch with Kukua. So a lot of people think that to study in Germany, you need to have, you know a little bit of fluency in the German language. Do you speak some German now?
Now I would
Yeah.
say no. I would say I can understand and
Mhm.
I know a bit how to go about my daily ways, but then I'm not fluent. So I
So,
wouldn't say I speak it, but I
so
understand it.
technically, one does not necessarily have to be fluent in German before they can study in Germany. Is that what it
No,
means?
yes, that is if you are studying in English, you don't need German unless maybe some specific reasons the school may require you because your course, some of your courses will be in German. But
Mhm.
if it's totally taught in English, you don't need the German language.
All right. So Kuukwa is going to walk us through the step-by-step process. And then whenever you're watching this podcast, remember, you need to have a pen and a paper. There's a lot of insightful content and insightful information that we are going to pour out here. By the end of this video, at least you should be able to know the step-by-step process if you want to study in Germany. So let's talk about the internship you did when you were back in second year at Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. What was it about? Did you pay for it? How did you get it? If somebody's studying in Kane University or is in the university, is a good starting point for them. How do they go about that?
Okay, so there is an exchange program coordination in Kenya University
Yeah.
called IAESTE.
Okay.
It's called IST. It stands for International Association of Exchange of Students for Technical Experience. So you can go to the website of Kenya University and Google, or yes, it's also on Instagram. They have the account on Instagram. You can type Kenya University IAESTE. And so it's an institution where like it exchanges students to have internship programs outside of Kenya University or outside Ghana, and also bring students from Ghana, from abroad into Ghana. And it's also available here in Europe because even the internship I am doing here in Switzerland is currently an IST internship. Because when I came here, the interesting thing is like when I came to Germany, I saw that IST was also in my university. So I emailed the person in charge. I was like, hey, I'm from Ghana. I'm part of IST when I was in Ghana. Can I join IST? And then they were like, oh, because there was COVID, it's now no more. But if you want, we can let you start. And then they gave me so currently I'm the president of IST in my school. They
Oh,
gave me
okay.
the opportunity to lead the organization because I just reached out to them. And it even got me a student job, everything. So IST is in Kenya University. If you're in Kenya University, it's also in UCC. It's also in Legon. So you type or you search about it and then you can join. So what it does is that every year we exchange a lot of internship programs with different countries from Germany, from UK, from US, from Serbia, from all European countries and Canada, a lot. There are a lot, yeah, that is it.
Yeah.
There
So
are
this
a
is
lot
the
of,
this is
yes,
the Instagram account of IST on
exactly.
KNUST campus. If you don't know
Yes,
about it,
yes.
this is how the Instagram handle looks like. Okay, Kuukwa,
Mhm.
continue.
So I was part of this organization and I got the chance to do a 3 months internship in Germany.
Right.
And it was a paid internship. That is, they paid us whilst we were working there. So IST would pay you to work there so you could get some money to cater for yourself whilst you
Mhm.
are there. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
you don't go there like for your flight ticket and all those things, you have to cater for it for yourself. But whilst you
Okay.
are there, they would pay you. And so that's
Oh,
how I got to do the internship. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Thank you for sharing. All right. So if you're joining us, for the family members who have been part of the Fred Effect team, you know how things go. So, Kuko, what I've been doing is that, we are trying to help as many people as possible. So there has been, a free session from time immemorial, but it got to a time it became overwhelming. So now if you want to talk to the Fred Effect, you have to schedule a meeting, which is a paid meeting. However, if you are being selected during any of the live sessions. So today we are going to select one person, and if the person has a bachelor's degree, we'll guide the person to work on a master's degree application or PhD application. But if the person has a high school, then the team will take their documents and then handle the bachelor's degree application for them for free. So what you have to do to be part of it is, first you need to subscribe. If you're watching us on YouTube, you need to subscribe. If you're watching us on X, click on the follow button, like the video. On Instagram, you have to follow and then like the video. And then if you're on TikTok too, the same thing. And then in the comment section, you type hashtag the Fred effect. So I'm going to show that real quick. Okay, let me stop presenting my screen. Let's see if I can show it. Okay, so this is what you have to type in order to enter the draw. So I see some people already typing it. So you have to type it as it appears on the screen. Hashtag T is capital, is in caps. So THE, the F is in caps, RED, and then the E is also in caps, FFECT. So this is what you type in the comment section. And at the end of the session, we will make a draw. Whoever is selected will get in touch with this individual, and the Fred Effect team will be happy to assist you. So let me get your questions in the comments as well. If you have any questions for Kuukua, then you ask in the comments as well. So Kuukua, let's start from here. Now, when we start the whole process of applying to study abroad, you are done with KNUST. Did you have to start in third year or after national service? How did it go for you?
Okay, so I started after national service.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
because of I think because of the corona too as well. Yeah.
mhm. If you're watching us from a different country, when we say national service, it's in Nigeria, it's called youth service. Now, if you're done with college or university or a tertiary institution in Ghana, there's a compulsory national service, that is, you work for an institution in the country for a year, which you are being paid an allowance. So when you finish with the national service is when you started the application, or when whilst you were a national service personnel.
I started whilst I was a national service personnel.
So if you are advising somebody who wants to study in Germany, what time should they start? Fourth year, national service time, or third year?
I think you should start somewhere fourth year, second semester, I would say. Fourth year, first or second semester, you should start looking to it, start gathering your documents, start getting informed about it before you finish school. And
Mhm.
once you are in national service, you should be putting in applications. I can't count the number of applications
Yeah.
I sent, especially to US professors, asking them for yes, I sent a lot, a lot. And then I did my German application when I was in national service. It was even last minute, but God really came through for me. And then I
Most
had an
yeah, most people are particular about the scholarship. So break it down. Are your parents paying for your education in Germany, or you're on a full scholarship? And if it's a scholarship, what kind of scholarship is it? What does it cover?
Okay, so in Germany, we don't pay tuition fee.
Okay.
For most public schools, we don't pay tuition fee. What
Mhm.
we pay is called a semester contribution. And
Okay.
so it ranges from, like, let's say 50, you can pay, a semester is 6 months. So a semester you can pay as little as 50 euros and as much as, let's say, 400 euros. And it
Oh,
depends
okay.
because if you are paying that high amount of 400 euros per semester, it includes a semester ticket. That means for the whole 6 months, as a student, can travel to anywhere in Germany without buying a ticket. So when schools include the semester ticket, then you don't have to. You would pay that much. But for my school, currently I pay 86 euro a semester. A semester is 6 months. So in a year, I pay like 86 times two. And yeah, that is how it is. So there is no tuition fee in most public schools in
Mhm.
Germany. And
Mhm.
so they don't necessarily give scholarship because they don't take tuition fee from you. So how are they
Mhm.
going to give you scholarship?
Yeah.
Nonetheless, when you are in school, there are a lot of scholarship from DAAD that gives students like a month. They can give you like 300 euros to cater for yourself, 450. You have to apply for it. There are a
Mhm.
lot of Erasmus scholarship for maybe if you are in need, you can apply something like 200, 400, 500 whilst you're a student. That's whilst you're a student, not before. Yeah.
Okay.
So that is Germany. But then I know, I don't know, most people also know about the blocked account. If
And
I
somebody was asking in the comments that if you can throw more light on the block account. I'm trying to look for the comment, and then yeah. So Kwabena, I think she's coming to your question. But before we go to Kwabena's question, um, you mean like because you don't pay tuition, there's nothing like a scholarship that will cover maybe your accommodation, stuff like that. Or, if you can clarify that.
Okay, so there is a scholarship, or there are scholarship bodies
Mhm.
that can cater for your accommodation, insurance, your health insurance, and all those things as
Okay.
a student. So that one is from the DAD. So it's an external scholarship, not
Okay.
from the universities, because the universities
Oh,
as will not take any tuition fee, so they don't give you any money. But there's external scholarship bodies like the DAD scholarship board.
mhm.
We have some Catholic University scholarship board. We have some generous billionaire scholarship purposely for like studying in Germany. That's
Okay.
when you look, like example scholarships in Germany, there would be about 8 external bodies. The main one is the DAD scholarship.
Mhm.
And yeah, that is to say it's so very competitive, everything is a scholarship. You can get it, but it's competitive. And one thing too is that they have specific programs that they may sponsor. They are
Okay.
interested in like maybe political sciences, like maybe study, because they want the field that they will be sponsoring to be related to tackling some UN or health concern program.
Mhm.
So, when you go to the DAD portal website for scholarship and you type in Ghana, all scholarship that they offer to Ghanaian students will come for maybe
Okay.
international management, like policy administration, and a special field of studies. Then you can apply to be sponsored by DAD. But then if your field of studies is not sponsored by DAD, then you cannot get a scholarship from them.
All
So
right.
that's how it is.
So when Kukua talks about DAD, this is what she's referring to. So what's the full meaning of DAD though?
So it's a German word. It's
Uh-huh.
like Deutsche Akademische. I think it's like what it means is like Deutschland academic sponsorship programs in Germany. Like
Okay.
in a nutshell, yes.
Right. So I'm typing the link to the website in the
Mhm.
comment section. And so if you want to go directly to the website, that is how to do. And this is how the website looks like. So let's start from the scratch. Now I'm almost done with my bachelor's degree, or I've completed a bachelor's degree. How do I study in German? What would be the first step? Kukwa, show
Okay.
us the way.
Yes, so you finish your bachelor's degree and you want to study in Germany. The first thing will be to find schools. And
Mhm.
so to find schools, there are two main links that I use to search for schools. The
Okay.
first one is you will type DAAD international programs. Maybe Fred,
Okay.
you can type for them.
Yeah.
Yes, so yeah,
Okay.
when you
I'll
go
search for it.
there, yeah, DAAD international program. So when you go there, you would input your field of study. Like I study biological science, so I
Mhm.
put biological science, and then there are filters. You select masters, and then you make sure you select the language of instruction as English. Yes, exactly. So you see that choose your program. So where they have written search, you put in like let's say biological sciences, and then you choose English as the medium of instruction. You choose masters as the program, and then you search. So when you click on search, all universities in Germany that offer your field of studies will all pop up. So they will
Oh,
all pop up and tell you the related field of studies that you are studying in. And then they are all taught in English because you selected English taught masters. And
oh,
so
okay.
you go through them one by one to see the one that fits you, and
Wow.
you can apply. Yes.
All right, so there you go. If you didn't know about that, so you type DAAD International Programs, and I'm going to post the link in the comment section as well. So that's what you're going to type in Google search. It will take you directly to when I type it, this is what came up. So if just in case it didn't come directly, this is what you're going to see. And then I clicked on the first home page, and it took me here. Now it is very important that you choose the English as the course language, because you studied in an English speaking country. Other than that, it will bring up other languages that may not be suitable for you as well. So Kuukua, I found a program here. What should I do next?
So when you find the program, I would always advise that you take the name of this program or the school where you found the program, and put it in the Google search and go directly to the website of the program you want to study, right?
Okay.
And really critically look at the requirements of the university,
Mhm.
because some of the requirements will be that they have a cutoff grade, they have like maybe sometimes specific courses you should have done. Like maybe they'll say you have to do, example, 10 credit hours of calculus, maybe 10
Okay.
credit hours of statistics. Every school is different. So make
Yeah.
sure you go to the website of the school, study their requirements. Also make sure that though it's an English speaking course or program, they don't require any TOEFL or IELTS, because sometimes some universities can be strict that even though you studied in Ghana or Nigeria, you have to still provide a TOEFL, but majority of them would accept your English proficiency letter from your university. So just
Oh,
make
okay.
sure that you go to the school's website, critically analyze the requirements, and be sure that you qualify. And then I
Yeah.
always advise that the German grading system is different from the American grading system.
Mhm.
In America, 4.0 GPA is the highest, while
Yeah.
1.0 is the lowest. But in Germany, 1.0 is the highest,
Oh,
whilst
okay.
4.0 is the lowest. So this is how you do. When you go there, always make sure that you know your grade in the German grading standard. And how you can know your grade is by typing German grade calculator on Google. Just type German grade calculator. It's simple. When you type it there are lots of calculators that will come. So you can calculate simply your results. If it's CGPA, if it's GPA, exactly. Yeah, so you see like the minimum, the maximum, and then your field. It will instantly calculate your German grade for you. So whilst you are searching for the school, make sure that if the school requires that maybe you have a German grade of 2.5, you fit
Mhm.
in. Because if you don't fit in and you apply, you may not be qualified, right? So
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Okay. All right. So you spoke about two criteria or two ways to search for the schools, and where you spoke about the first one, to the DAD international programs. What is the second one?
So the second one is also called Uni-assist.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So Uni-assist is an institution where German universities, they are linked with them for all international students to apply to them, right? So even when you go and find your school from the DAAD link, you have to come to Uni-assist to apply for majority of the university. So Uni-assist is going to be your best friend when you want to study in Germany.
Oh,
DAAD
okay.
link is just for searching for the school, but Uni-assist is for applying. And so if I'm simply explaining Uni-assist, it's like they are the middleman or man between you, the international student, and the university. So you
Oh,
have to go to Uni-assist, create your account there, and then select the school that you saw from DAAD that you want to apply. And then from there you can upload your documents, usually soft copies, and then apply through Uni-assist.
mhm.
And Uni-assist will then evaluate your results, convert your grade also to German grade, and then apply on your behalf to the universities. But then there are some universities, if I hope I'm not confused, but there are some universities that they would want Uni-assist to analyze your documents, send it to you, the students, then you would apply yourself on their
Oh,
website.
okay. Okay.
But there are also some universities that when you send it to Uni-assist, Uni-assist will apply directly for you. But in any ways, Uni-assist is the middleman for applying to Germany schools.
Wow. All right. So there you go. A lot of information. I told you that if you are listening to the podcast, you need to get your pen and a paper. There's a lot of notes you need to take. And remember that this live session will still be live on all the Fred Effect platforms, even after the session. So you can check it out at any point in time. So if you are just joining, you're not late. I'm speaking with Kuukua. Kuukua is currently an international student in Germany. She has been traveling across Europe, so she's like an international woman. She's sharing her experience, her journey, and how you can also get it done. So, when you're applying through Uni-assist, you're applying to the university, is there a need to contact a professor in the school or anything like that? In the US, for example, if you want to apply because you need a scholarship, you have what we call cold emailing and stuff like that. How is it you need to necessarily speak with somebody in the school?
No, it's totally different from German university. You don't need to email any professor, anybody, because as I told you, because they don't charge tuition fee,
Hmm.
they don't give scholarships, except
Hmm.
when you're already a student. And so you really don't need a professor or anybody to give you the go ahead to
Oh,
apply.
I see. All
You,
right.
you if you qualify, you just apply and you'll be accepted.
Okay. And do German universities accept diploma, which is a 6 semester transcript, or
Mhm.
3 years of transcript for master's degree or PhD applications?
Normally it will be quite hard if you just have the 3 years. They may
Okay.
not accept it directly. Some schools may, but then they would ask you that if you have 3 years, or
Mhm.
if it's not up to a semester, you have to redo some of the extra semesters before you can graduate. But majority, because they have specific requirements, you may not be able to apply with just your diploma or your 3 years.
Oh,
But
okay.
it will be so easy for you to apply for bachelor's with that one. But for masters, it could be hard.
All right. So how about a diploma and a top up? We know the 4 year bachelor's degree, mostly KNUST, is straight that from first year to fourth year, where you have
Mhm.
8 semesters. There are instances where someone will have a 3 year or 6 semester diploma, and later on, maybe in life, 2 years later, sometimes they do it in the same school, a different school, have a 2 year top up. In this case,
Mhm.
in the Ghanaian context or in the African context, it's a bachelor's degree, but it's 5 years or 10 semesters. How about that one?
Yeah, for that one, you can be accepted to do a master's. That's why I was talking about Uni-assist. So
Mhm.
Uni-assist is responsible for this. So you would have to submit your diploma or your higher national diploma plus your top up to them.
Right.
Then they will put it together and grade you, and then you would be able to apply to masters. It's very accepted if you have a top up. Yeah,
Awesome.
it's
All right. So I'm still speaking with Kukwa. Let us know your comment, your questions in the comment section. Later on, I'll share the link. You can join us live, and then you can interact with Kukwa. If you're just joining us, the Fred Effect is picking one subscriber, one follower every single week, so that this individual will receive free assistance from the team. So you have to type just hashtag the Fred Effect in the comment section, and later on we do the draw. If you're being selected, the team gets in touch with you. So Kukwa, I've now gotten a school. I have applied. Now I've gained admission. How do I fund this program?
Mhm. So that is quite a challenge when it comes to Germany, I think,
Yeah.
because Germany, if you want to get a visa, one thing is that it's so very easy to get a visa to come to study in Germany.
Mhm.
There is necessarily no bouncing, because sometimes I feel like in the US, sometimes you may have all documents, but you may not get accepted. But for
Yeah.
Germany, it's totally different. If you have all your documents, be like 90 or 99% sure that because the competition is also not so much there
Mhm.
like in the US and Canada. So
Yeah.
it's quite very easy, and getting to Germany as a student is very flexible, I always
Okay.
say. But then to finance yourself, they only would want three types of finances. So the
Mhm.
one would be if you have a scholarship from, like, let's say the DAAD, for example, if you have a scholarship from a German institution, a German external body, that
Mhm.
is fine. The second one would be if you know someone who lives in Germany, who works in Germany, the person could go for an obligatory or sponsorship letter from the immigration office that I have
Okay.
a person or a friend, a relative, a close friend, a brother coming to study in Germany, and I will be taking care of the person. And
Oh,
so
okay.
the person will only need to send their 3 months bank statements, their ID cards to the immigration office. And then if they qualify, that if they work or gain enough money for themselves and to be able to cater for you, then they'll be given this obligatory letter and you can use that to go for your visa. So scholarship obligation letter. And then the third one, that is if you don't have anything, then they'll
Mhm.
ask you to open a German blocked account. And so
Okay.
what the German blocked account means is that they say, okay, you are not going to pay any tuition fee, but
Mhm.
when you come to Germany, prove to us that for a whole year you have some money you are going to use to cater for yourself. And
Right.
so in Germany, they calculate that in a month, if you're a student, around 934 euros is sufficient for accommodation, insurance, feeding, health insurance, everything. And so they
Mhm.
multiply this 934 euros times the 12 months,
Okay.
and that amounts to currently 11,000, I think 11,500 or so. I'm not so
Yeah.
sure. So they
Approximately
want,
13,000.
yeah,
Yeah.
euros. So they
Yeah.
want you to open a German account, which can be easily done online, and
Mhm.
deposit this whole 11,000 inside, and then
Okay.
show them the documents that
So
this is the money I'm
you
using.
don't necessarily have to know somebody in Germany to get you the block account.
No, 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 no,
Oh, okay. So you can,
no.
wherever you are, go
Where,
online,
yes.
open an online account with a German bank.
So, so there are specific online accounts that
Mhm.
you can use to open a blocked account. It's also
Okay.
always on the website of the embassy in your country, just so
Mhm.
you don't get missing.
Okay.
So there is the Fintiba, there is one they call Curacao, they
Mhm.
have Espacio, and then the fourth one is Deutsche Bank.
Okay.
Currently, these four banks are what I know, and it's
Mm.
always on the website. Or when you go on Google, you can just type German blocked accounts banks. So 4 types of bank. We have the Fintiba, Espacio, Curacao, and Deutsche Bank. So you just create an account for a blocked account. Like
Mhm.
it's there, it's an online thing. It's quite easy.
Oh,
You'll be
okay.
navigated. So let's say for me, I use Fintiba. So I
Mhm.
went to Fintiba website. I created a blogged account as a student wanting, and then they would send you a bank account number
Okay.
specifically for you, because they
Mhm.
will open it in your name, and then you
Right.
have to transfer that money into it. And when they have received it, they will send you all the documents you will need and also send it to the embassy. So the
Oh,
embassy knows that indeed you have opened the blonde account.
right.
Mm.
So if the visa processes does not go as expected, do you get this money back?
Yes, yes, you get it back. You just have to show the rejection letter to the Fintiba or whatever bank you use, and they will
Mhm.
transfer all your money back to you.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. All right, but I mean, accept visa approval rate is high, so once you're
Mm.
able to go through the legit processes, getting the visa should be easy. And
So
and
it's
so
quite,
when you get to Germany, they give you access to this money, and then you'll be using it, as a student over there. Is that the case?
yes. Yeah, so when you get to Germany, you would open your own German account or whatever
Mhm.
account, you can give somebody's account to them, and they will
Mhm.
transfer the money. But one thing is that they don't transfer the money in the whole bulk. They
Okay.
transfer it monthly because they say you have to use it between 1 year. So
Yes.
every month they transfer 934. Every month
Mm.
934. So by the end of the 12 months, then it will be done, and you have
Oh,
your
okay.
money.
Okay,
So that's what
okay, I get it. All right. If you're just tuning in, you're still live on the Steady Abroad podcast. This is the biggest Steady Abroad content platform. Like I said, we show you the way. She has done it, and she's telling you how you can also get it done. My name is Fred. This is the biggest study abroad content platform. You're live on the Fred Effects platform. So remember, Kuukua has a YouTube channel. It's called Ask Kuukua, and please subscribe if you are yet to. She shares her journey over there, and then also how you can also get it done. All right. So in case you finish what is the right time to start application? So right now, if you want to study in Canada, US, most of the countries, this is the time to start applying for fall semester. So what is the right time to start application? Deadlines
Okay.
and stuff like that.
Okay, so Germany has two application opening seasons. We have
Mhm,
the summer semester and the winter semester. So the summer semester, like if you want to study 2025 summer semester, school
mhm.
starts in April 2025. And then
Okay.
application normally opens September 2024 to
Mhm.
January 2025. So currently the summer semester applications are ongoing. So
Okay.
it's started from September, October, November, December, January. By January, all schools, most schools, majority of the schools will be closed for summer semester, and you will start school April 2025. If you
Okay.
want to go to the winter semester, applications will open late earliest by April. Majority of them will open by April, but some would open, let's say, those who are very competitive will February, March, but by April, almost every school will be open. And then it
Okay.
will go from April to max August. Then you start school in October 2025. So that is the
All right.
application window. Mhm.
We all know about the regular document. Maybe there are some documents we don't know about, but the passport, the transcript, certificate, recommendation letters, English proficiency. Is there a statement of purpose? Okay, resume too. Is there any other document that I did not mention that one have to, prepare for before they start their Germany applications?
No, I think that's all. Your transcript and certificate is the most important one. Then your passport, your CV, letter of motivations.
Mhm.
Yeah, basically that's all. And then the good thing is that in Germany, when you're applying, especially through Uni-assist, you can upload soft copies of your scanned copies of your letter of recommendation. You don't
Mhm.
have to send an email to them to send it to a professor. So if you
Okay.
have a letter of recommendation, even from I don't know 2020, you can use it to apply to all schools. You just
All right.
upload it once on Uni-assist, and they will just use it for all your applications. You don't need an email.
And if you have, for example, the DART scholarship or any external scholarship, do you still need a block account?
No, you don't. No.
Oh, okay. I see. So, apart from the, I know about the DART scholarship. What are some of the scholarships that people should apply for? And should it be that immediately I start my university application, I start applying to this scholarship, or I have to hold an admission letter to apply to some of these scholarships?
Okay, so it depends on the scholarship you're applying. So, for example, for the DAD scholarship, you apply it simultaneously when you're applying for schools. So
Okay.
sometimes you have to even apply through DAD. It's a different one through your school. And then
Hmm.
when you get admission, that will automatically combine with the school because they are in collaboration. So there is a DAD scholarship in University of Bonn in Germany, and so
Right.
you apply to that, you apply to bond at the same time, and when you
Hmm.
get it, then you'll be given the admission. But there's a scholarship like the Catholic scholarship. So this scholarship is like religious scholarship. They give it to Catholic students, and not necessarily Catholic students, but any religious related person. Like if you think you
Okay.
are really, it's a Christian scholarship. So if you think you are versed in Christianity, you have something to prove, you
Hmm.
can apply. For that one, they would want you to have your admission letter ready before you apply. So it depends on the type of scholarship you are applying to. Sometimes they will say the deadline is maybe August. So you know that if the deadline is August and they require admission letter, then you have to apply early to get
Right.
admission letter to apply. It's sorry.
All right, you're good. Maybe you should get some water. So,
Yeah.
in terms of All right. So if you're just tuning in, I'll guess just getting some water and then we'll continue. So if you're just tuning in, you're welcome. Please subscribe if you are yet to click on the like button, share so that another person can benefit from the ideas and information we are sharing on this platform. So we have over 1,000 people watching us across all the Fair Effect social media platforms. We really appreciate you. Today we're a bit late. We were having some technical issues and all that, but I'm glad you still stayed, to benefit from the insight and ideas we are sharing. You were answering the question if you have a scholarship, it means that you don't need the block account. However, if you are able to get a block account, your program is supposed to be 2 years, and then you get to Germany. Can you still get a scholarship?
Yes, yes, you can get a scholarship when you are in Germany. And that one
Oh, okay.
can be quite a lot. I always say that Germans, they are very generous to students. Like when you're already a student, before you become a student, it can be pretty hard. But when you become a student, there are lots of scholarship bodies, even from the international students office in your university.
Okay.
Like I was saying, in my school, you'll be there and then they'll just send you an email that there's an open scholarship for students to apply for. Maybe they'll be
Mhm.
giving you 450 a month for 6 months. And trust me, 450, it depends on the city, especially when you are living in a smaller city. 450 is enough for the month. Because
Right.
for my school, how where I was staying, I would say that in a month, like 450 to 400 was including my accommodation, my health insurance, my feeding. 500 was enough. So you can get this money when you're already a student in Germany. And there are
Right.
scholarship bodies there, or you can work. Really, when you get to Germany, it's not an issue at all, I would say.
So when you want to travel as a student to the United States and then you want to come with a spouse, first of all, let me find out, is it possible that as a student you can travel with a family, a spouse, or maybe you have kids?
Yes, you can, but then it's not, in UK you can go with them whilst you are
Mhm.
going. In
Mhm.
Germany, you have to come first, then they
Mhm.
will come later. So they have what they call the family reunion visa. So
Okay.
when you come as a student, when you have settled, like you've gotten accommodation and you're already here, then you apply for the family reunion visa for them. And that one, the requirement is that if let's say you have a spouse, you are a
Mhm.
man and you have a wife, if your wife is coming and the wife also need to prove the finances. So the
Okay.
wife would also have to get a blocked account or
Mhm.
obligatory letter if there's a sponsor somewhere. So it's the same three things you will need. Maybe not a scholarship because your wife is not a student, but if you
Right.
have an obligatory or sponsorship letter, it's okay. Otherwise, you have to open another blocked account for your wife. If you
Mhm.
have a kid, they will take half of the money of the blocked account if the kid is below 18 years. And so if let's say the blocked account is 11,000 and the
Yeah.
kid is below 18, the kid will have to pay like let's say 6,000 we should
Oh,
have
okay.
to show 6,000 for the blocked account. So if you are two kids, you know how much money you just multiply, multiply, multiply. Otherwise, if you have somebody in Germany who can sponsor you, they can just also get you the letter and you are good to go. So it's possible to bring your family along as a student in Germany. Yes.
Let's talk about working while studying. As a student, are you able to work? And
Yes.
if you have a dependent who joins you as a student, are they allowed to work as well?
Yes. So you can work and your dependent can also work as a dependent.
Is
Yes.
there a
So
restricted number of hours?
yes, students are allowed to work 20 hours per week, if
Mhm.
I'm not yet. And I think it's the same as US and Canada, if I'm sure.
Yeah,
Like
that's
you
that's
are
true.
allowed 120 half days and
Mhm.
120 full days and 240 half days. So
Right.
you can work as a student and earn something. And
Okay.
most students work to cater for themselves. It's really not an issue at all.
If you are telling me about traveling to other countries, if you hold the German student visa, is it possible to travel to other countries without a visa? Like, or do you need
Yes,
a visa
yes.
to go there?
Yes, and that is the amazing part that excites me so much
Yeah.
about travel studying in Europe because Europe is like we have the European Union. right? Then the Schengen countries, which includes the 37 European countries, all in the Schengen state. So if you
Right.
have a German student visa, you are eligible to go to all these 37 countries in the
Mhm.
Schengen country. Even those not inside, you are still eligible to go there and stay for maximum 3 months without getting something. So
All right.
that is the fun part. And I would say that because the European Union is very big and very strong, they
Mhm.
encourage exchange programs of students. So there
Okay.
are a lot of fundings, like always pushing students to go somewhere in the European community to study or gain exchange, like Erasmus. So for me, from Germany, I got an Erasmus scholarship to go to Austria to work with a company, and I was
Oh,
being
okay.
paid by Erasmus. And from there I came to Switzerland. So they are always having some exchange semester here, go for this semester here, and they will
Mhm.
be sponsoring you to go. So yeah, it's
Uh,
really
uh, uh,
nice.
all right, that's great. So what's the academic intensity? What do you think? You studied in Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. What's the difference, like in terms of you know, the education, the studies? How is it like?
I would say that it's flexible here in Germany, but
Mhm.
not easy. That's what I would say. You know, in Germany, you have the freedom and the liberty to do, like, example, in a semester, you are not compulsorily asked to do all your exams in a semester. You can postpone to do it next semester or not next
Okay.
2 semesters, depending on how confident you feel like, oh, I have taken this course and I'm okay to do. So there's a
Mhm.
flexibility, and then sometimes some students work, so they feel like me, I work too much this semester, maybe I'm not prepared to do these exams. But then they give you a maximum of, let's say, 5 years to finish a master's. So some
Mhm.
some students really spread it along, because it's also nice to be a student here. So always, most students want to keep their students identity just to benefit, like insurance, accommodation is always
Mhm.
cheaper. So it's flexible, but it's not easy. It's quite hard. I would say it's very demanding,
Right.
and it's hard to also get a high score because their grading system is higher, I would say. So, but it's also very doable. And then the nice part is that you get to have the practical knowledge once you are doing something,
Right.
especially for the exchange program. They can send you to a company, go and do internship and come. They can send you to a lab, do this and come. So you,
Right.
at the end of the day, you would get the hand-on experience. And yeah, I think that's the difference between Germany and Ghana, I'll say.
Yeah, let's talk about after school, then what next? I mean, possibility of permanent residency, stuff like that. So, in the US, if you're done with school, if it is a STEM program, you have an opportunity to work 3 years, a year if your program is a non-STEM. So, how is it in Germany? I'm done with school. What next? Do I have to go to my home country? What is it?
So in Germany, when you finish your master's or whatever you came to do as a student, they give you
Mm.
18 months visa to search for job.
Okay.
Right? So you have 18 months. But as I'm saying, majority of students already would find jobs whilst they are being students. Because the good thing is that when you are finding a job in Germany, they don't necessarily ask for your certificate, or
Mhm.
sometimes only your CV would be okay. You need
Okay.
your transcript, and so most schools, most students will find job even before they finish. It could be hard, not like it's easy, because nowadays the job market is really intense. It's not
Yeah.
only in Germany, everywhere. But you can get it before you are a student. It's highly possible. But if you are done with your school and you don't have you, they'll give you 18 months to search for a job. And I'm sure 18 months should be enough to find yourself a job if you are actively seeking for a job. It is after the 18 months, if you don't have a job, then you have to go back to your country. But
Uh, uh,
then in Germany, like you asked about what next. So if you find a job, then yeah, you are staying. You don't have to go.
Right. So someone is asking, and the name is Elroy. Congratulations 2024. Okay. He's watching on YouTube. He's asking, can you change your course when you get into the country? Or can you change your school?
Yes. So for school, I know you can change it. So maybe you've already gotten into Germany, you can apply for a different school. Or sometimes some people even apply to 2, 3 different schools. They get it, and then when they come, you can definitely change it. It's not an issue. And for
I see.
your course, if you want to change a course, that means you have to discuss it with your school if they will allow you to change your course. But then if you changing schools is possible, you can apply to a different school and go there. It's accepted.
Oh, I see. All right. So, if you want to join us live, I'm sharing the link so you can click on the link and then join us to ask all the questions, right? Sometimes you may have some questions that I don't have here. So you can
Yeah.
join and then you ask your questions to Kuukua. So
I want
Kuukua,
to
if you were, go ahead.
Yeah, one
Go ahead.
more thing about the residence permits. Like in Germany, if you live here 5 years, you can get a permanent resident. So 5 years, even including the times you were schooling. So let's say you use 2 years to school and then 3 years working. After 5 years, you can get a permanent resident, but then you have to know their language to at least B2, write a B2 German language before you can get a permanent resident in Germany.
Oh,
So
I see.
after 5 years, you're eligible for permanent residency.
Awesome. All right. So, if you were supposed to start this whole process from scratch, knowing what you know now, the knowledge you've acquired, helping a lot of people and stuff like that, what would you do differently?
What I would do differently is to apply early. Uni-assist charges tuition fee, like application fee.
Okay.
So they charge you the first school that you apply would be 75 euros. And then
Hmm.
any other school would be like 30 euros. So let's say, example, you're applying to 3 schools, be 75 euros plus 30 plus 30.
Hmm.
When I was applying, I didn't want to, because actually there are some schools that they will allow you to apply directly to them and there are no application fee. Like how it's the same in USA, there are no application fee. Some schools will charge application fee. I didn't
Right.
want to pay anything because I wanted everything free. And that really nearly cost me the chance to study in Germany. I didn't want to invest in my studies, and that is the biggest mistake. I always advise people who come to me to help them. It could be hard to maybe get an application fee to Uni-assist, but trust me, if you do and you're able to come to Germany, I mean, 75 euros is nothing. It's
Oh,
really
I see.
nothing. So this is also not only to Germany, but if you are applying to school and sometimes you have to pay, please go ahead. If you have to do the West evaluation, please do. I know it's expensive, but when you have done it and you are there, you'll forget it. So that's what I would do differently. Yes.
All right. Alexander is bringing an interesting perspective. He's watching us on Facebook. Shout out to you, Ban Alexander. He's asking that do you have to speak the language to get a job?
No, this is a very, very common misconception. I
Yeah.
wouldn't deny the fact that the language is very important.
Hmm.
It is because you are in a country where they speak a different language. It's very important. And then most jobs or some of the jobs would demand that you have a German language proficiency, sometimes A1, A2, B1, B2, depends on the types of job. But then also there are lots of jobs that are totally in English,
Hmm.
and majority of us, we don't have the German proficiency, but we are working.
Oh, I
Especially those who are working IT, is engineering. It's so easy to get an English job. Maybe if you are in the health sector,
see.
definitely you are going to work with people. So you have to know the language. So I would say it depends on the type of job. But there
Oh,
are a
okay.
lot nowadays, I would say globally, English is becoming very broad.
Yeah.
I won't say don't learn the language, but if you don't know, I work in Switzerland. Switzerland is a German speaking country,
Hmm.
but yeah, I speak English with my people. In Austria, to the same, they speak German, but I was speaking English. It's like that.
All right. So I know you mentioned the scholarship as the means of finance. You also mentioned the block account. Ahin is asking, Isaac is asking, there was a third option that you wanted to mention.
So there's three options. The first
Mhm.
one is a scholarship. The
Mhm.
second one is sponsorship letter, and the
Mhm.
third one is a blocked account. So these are the
Okay.
three options.
All right. So these are the three. And I know if you have a relative in another country, for example, in the US, they can sponsor you. The only thing is that you cannot use a bank statement from your home country to work on the application.
Yeah.
Can,
No,
can you
you
hear
put
me?
in your bank statement, and if the person is in Germany, is outside Germany, they
Mhm.
can't. It's
Oh,
it's
okay.
strictly, even if they are in another European country, they still can't sponsor you. The
Oh,
person should be in Germany to be able to get you the sponsorship letter. If the person is outside Germany, then they will have to open the blog account for you. I would see.
Oh, I see. All right.
Mm.
All right. So I shared the link which you can click on to join us live in the studio, and then you can interact with Kuukua. I am also going through the comments if I find one that you ask about. Okay, so I think can you speak a little bit about undergraduate application? I have a high
Yeah.
school. I want to study in Germany. Any information about that as well?
Okay, so you have a high school degree like WASI from most West African countries. You
Mm.
cannot directly apply for a bachelor's degree in Germany
Okay.
because I would say that for us, I think we go to the secondary school for 12 or so, 12 years, and they go to 13 years. Or if we go to 11 years, they go for 13 years high school,
Yeah.
like up to high school. So they would need you to have at least that 1 year gap. They are always ahead 1 year more. If you're a high school graduate in Germany, you are 1 year more ahead of somebody from Ghana, Nigeria. So they will need you to grab that 1 year. And so they have something they call the student colleague or student colleague. That one, it will prepare you to your bachelor's, and it's 1 year. But unfortunately, that student colleague is in German. So you have to know the German language before you apply to the student colleague, before you apply for your, then after your student colleague, you go for bachelor's. So there are some schools, however, that are exempted from this one. They would just take your WASI and you can apply directly into their bachelor's degree. But what they will do is that they will have to first train you in the German language for, like, let's say 6 months, 6 months less. And after the German language, they will prepare you a bit, then you can apply for your bachelor's. But otherwise, with just your WASI, you may not be able to apply like directly into a bachelor's degree. And also, if you have your WASI certificate and you have attended at least 1 year of any tertiary university degree. So let's say you finish your WASI and then you went to university. If you are in your first year and you finish at least your first year, you can use your first year transcript plus your WASI to apply for a bachelor's. It is accepted because when you have done that 1 year, all they need for you to do at least 1 year of tertiary in addition to your WASI, and you can apply directly to English taught bachelor's. But if you have not done, it's not only university. If you've gone to HND 1 year, if you've gone to a vocational institution 1 year, anything tertiary like at least 1 year, you can add it to your WASI and apply for your bachelor's. It's accepted. But if you don't have a 1 year tertiary degree, then it's either you learn the language and go for the student colleague, or you apply for this just to one of the schools. I'll say they would allow you to apply directly and they will train you. Is University of Zaland. So
Okay.
University of Zaland is just the school that I have found. I think I was searching and I found, I think, just 3 schools in the whole of Germany that
Right.
they will accept you with just your WASI, but they will have to first train you in the language, train you for another time before you do your bachelor's. Otherwise, yeah, you have to go to a tertiary.
Awesome. So we'll be having the draw very soon. I shared the link so you can join us live if you have any questions for Kukwa about studying in German. Of course, any generic questions that you have about the process as well.
Mhm.
Um, Somebody's asking, how does one get 1 year tertiary transcript since official transcripts are given to school upon graduation? I think this is a good question, Enoch.
Okay, so official in Ken University, I would say
Mhm.
you can get, even if it's not a transcript, you can get your your semester grades, because
Mhm.
I think every student sees your grades, or like maybe you did maths, you had, I don't know, 4.0, you did that grading thing is enough.
Yeah.
It's accepted. It doesn't have to be like after graduation, because I know in KNUST, after every semester, I see my grades. I see when I log into my portal, I
Mhm.
can see that I did this, I did that. That's one, you can print it. And then if you have to have it certified, maybe you can go to your school and then they can certify it for you, or any authorized certified place in your country where you can get it certified is okay. And print that um transcript kind, the one you saw from your, you can take a screenshot, print it, and then add it up. Yeah, you are good to go.
Oh, I see. All right. So we'll be doing the draw very soon. If you're just joining us, this is how to join the draw. I'm going to share there. So you have to type hashtag the Fred effect. And before you do that, remember that you have to first of all click on the subscribe button, you have to click on the follow button, and then you would also have to share so that other people can see, and then you type in hashtag the Fred effect. So it keeps on collecting, and so once we have had enough, draw in, then we'll sort of find a winner for today, and then we'll get in touch with you. We'll be doing this and every week. If you're not being selected today, no problem. It will be done every weekend. All right. So
And then I would like to also give one person the
okay.
opportunity to hop on me on a free one-on-one call. Anybody. So I don't know, maybe the person should I don't know the criteria I want to give to them, but
Okay.
just one person to
All right.
hop on
So
one-on-one call with me.
okay. Then I think we'll use this winner for you as well. So the person who's going to be selected will be directed to you. I don't know if that's okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
okay. It's
Yeah.
okay
Okay.
for me.
So today is a little bit, thank you very much. I really appreciate this. All right. So we are trying all our best to always find ways to help people, but just that sometimes you don't know how you are going to separate people who are going to waste time, from the genuine people who are really serious and want to do this. Because I remember, there are times I've paid for people's visa application fee, service fee, and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, they don't take the process serious. Yeah,
Wow.
it's painful, right? So okay,
Yeah.
so the criteria, Kuku has changed the criteria now. So if you are being selected, you are going to have a one-on-one with Kukua after the session. So just type hashtag the Fred Effect. Make sure you make sure you are subscribed to the Ask Kukua YouTube channel. Very
Yeah.
important. Yeah,
Yeah.
make sure
Maybe
you're
that's
subscribed.
one criteria. Subscribe to
Yeah,
my, yeah, I'll check if you subscribe before
yeah.
I hop on the call with you.
Okay, so let me share if you are just joining us, Kukwa has a YouTube channel and the name is Ask Kukwa. So you go to YouTube and then you type ASK space Kukwa, Kuukua, and then you subscribe to the YouTube channel. She has amazing content going on. And apart from that, how do people get in touch with you? People who need help, they need assistance from you. How do they get in touch with you, Kukwa?
If you want to reach me, the best way to reach me is on my Instagram. My Instagram is also Ask Kukwa. So
Okay.
when you hop, I am very active on Instagram in answering questions. So you can send me a DM. You follow me on Instagram, Ask Kukwa, and you send me a DM and I'll answer. Or you can book a call. So when you come to my Instagram, I have links to booking calls if you want me to help you in your application. I have a lot of services because I have a team and we help a lot of students. So if you come to my Instagram, if you want to study in US, in Canada, in UK, in Europe, you can let my team as a service, you can let us help you. And also I have a Telegram page you can
Okay.
join where I post scholarship offers there. So if you really want to reach out to me, it's on Instagram at Ask Kukwa, and you can book a one-on-one call. You can send me a message and then I'll respond to you.
All right, great. So, I'm going to have the draw, and then we'll select one person who will get on a call with Kukua. All right. So let's see how it goes. If you've not entered, just make sure you're typing the correct thing. It's supposed to be um it's supposed to be hashtag. Everything is written together. There's no separation. So make sure that you're typing the correct thing so that you stand a chance of being selected. All right. Let's see. Okay, so we have about 90 entries now. So um, let's see if we can get it to 100 entries before we start the draw. So if you are yet to type, just type hashtag the Fred effect. Type it as it appears on the screen. Capital T H-E, then the Fred is also capital R-E-D, then E-F-F-E-C-T. All right. So I think we have 98. We want two more, and then we can have 100. Okay, 99. Then we can go. All right. So let's see who is being selected today. Oh, okay. Dido Banega. I don't know if I got the name right, but congrats to Dido for being the winner of today's giveaway. So, Dido, please get in touch with me so I can connect you with Kuukua. So, kindly send a direct Instagram message to the Fred Effect handle on Instagram. So, congrats to Dido for being selected. You're going to have an opportunity to have a free one-on-one with Kuukua. So get in touch with me on Instagram, and then I will do the connection. All right. So Kuukua, before we wrap up, what will be your final words to anyone who I have personally learned like a lot today. Really, it's an eye-opening conversation, and I hope people who tune in are able to also benefit. So, what will be your final words to anyone who tune in today?
I would say that I know most of you, majority of us, or I'm even part,
Mm-hmm.
always want to go to US, Canada, UK, and it's fine. But I always encourage people that try also these countries like Austria, Germany, Switzerland, France, Italy. You know, these European countries are equally very good and it's very cheap. I know the blocked account can be an issue,
Mm-hmm.
but then, like I'm saying, like maybe a scholarship, or because people go for loans to travel to USA.
Yeah.
So if you have a student loan, you can equally get a loan, because most of my students, especially those from the Indian countries, they go
Mhm.
for loans, open the blocked account. The good thing is that you get the money back. And so they are able to pay back, because when you get to Germany or anywhere, you work and it's enough for you to, if you are very low budget person. So I will always say, it's always easy to go from Europe, like example, Germany to US, even if US is your final destination, it's your
Mhm.
dream country. It's easier to go from Germany to USA than from Ghana or Nigeria to USA. So if
Yeah.
you've been trying USA and maybe it's not working, go and look for opportunities in Germany, Austria, Switzerland, France, especially like maybe even if the blocked account is high. Italy, you may not necessarily need the blocked account. France, for instance, currently I'm helping a student in her application to
Yeah.
France, because I got a school for her in Germany and she got everything, but in Germany, she's from Nigeria and she couldn't come. So
Okay.
I'm now helping her with France and all those things. So that's what I realized, because I saw that it was a bit choked in the US and Canada.
Mhm.
It's not like it's not good. Definitely, we all want those countries. That's
Yeah.
why I channeled my energy to European country, and it was so easy, so simple, so quick. Only if you have all your documents,
Right.
especially the finance one. And so, if you can, please look at Europe as well,
Right.
and I'm sure you like it. The opportunity is numerous. Currently, euros is even higher than dollars. So I am the one who be like, I brag with my friends. You, when I send you euros, it's plenty dollars,
Yeah.
kind of quote unquote. And even Swiss, and now I'm in Switzerland. Switzerland, France is higher than euros and it's higher than dollars. So
That's.
these countries are extremely rich countries.
Mhm.
Everything is so good. So if you have tried US, Canada, UK, and it's not working, maybe try Europe. When you get here, you can go to Europe, you can go to US very quick. I
Yeah.
last months, especially, I was searching for the waiting time if I want to go to the German embassy. Can you
Mhm.
imagine? From Switzerland, it was just one waiting day.
Oh,
And
I
then I
see.
intentionally went to Ghana, Nigeria, and it was 365 days. I was like, what? Getting even the visa appointment dates in Ghana is a wahala, not to talk even of Nigeria. Okay, so if you are really interested in studying abroad, do your best to spread your wings,
Okay.
and yeah, you'll be fine.
Awesome. Do your best to spread your wings and you'll be fine. Kukwa, we've learned a lot from you today. Thank you for the time and sharing your ideas and information with us. We really appreciate it. And yeah, God bless you so much for coming through. All right. So that's where we draw the curtains. Thank you. So the winner for today's giveaway was Dido Banega. So I don't know if I'm getting your name right, but you were tuning in from Facebook. Please send a direct message to me on Instagram, and then I'll connect you with Miss Kukwa. All right. Thank you so much, Kukwa.
You're welcome.
All right. So yeah, this has been another episode of the Study Abroad podcast with me, the Fred Effect. We do this every weekend. So remember, next week will come your way with another guest to also walk us through their journey. And this is a lot of there's been a lot of episodes we've shot so far. So if you go to the Fred Effect YouTube channel, if you go to the Facebook platform, there's a lot of conversations we've had, in the past. So let me share my screen so if you can see that. All right. So if you go to the YouTube channel, you're going to see all the videos that we've uploaded so far, all the live sessions, and including the upcoming ones. What you do is that you click on notify me, and then you'll be notified just in case. I mean, life goes on, so sometimes you may forget. So if you click on notify me, then YouTube will notify you once we're about to go live. Sometimes there's a Twitter space where I hop on to respond to most of the questions you have. The idea is to be able to inspire, motivate, and guide you for you to get this process done. Remember, whatever you want to do, people have already done it. Just ask for the for guidance, seek for the information, and you will definitely be fine. So yeah, if you go to the under the live session, so if you go to the videos, there are a lot of videos being made. Of course, and then if you go to the shorts too, there is the TikTok like kind of videos as well. And then if you go to the live session, that is where you see all the previous videos that have been made, the conversations that have been inspiring people. You can take your time, go through all of them, and then watch as well. It will be very helpful for your process. All right. So congrats to Banega for being selected today. I'll be waiting for your Instagram message. Remember, the Fred Effect team has a collaboration with Argo Visa. Argo Visa is a team of former visa officers, and what they do is to be able to guide you, go through your document, and prepare you as you go for your US visa interview. A lot of time, effort, and emotions go into this process. So you don't want the final process, which is the visa interview, to be a hindrance to your decision to study abroad. So use the link I'm sharing on the screen to schedule a one-on-one conversation with Argo Visa. They're a team of former visa officers who have been, of course, approving and also denying people's visas, and they know the reasons they did that. So they are very experienced and they'll be able to guide you. So you use the link I'm sharing on the screen to be able to schedule a one-on-one meeting with Argo Visa. It's easy to get in touch with the Fred Effect team. Sometimes it's quicker if you send a direct message on Instagram. The Instagram handle is the Fred Effect. It's about 16,000 to 17,000 followers and is verified. Please make sure you're messaging the right account, and I'll be happy to respond to your message. Also, if you want to schedule a one-on-one meeting, here's the link to do so. This is a 30-minute scheduled meeting where we discuss anything concerning your process and the guidance you need to go through. And this is something special we are doing. There's nobody doing that. We if you have a high school qualification or diploma qualification, whether a 2-year diploma or 3-year diploma, when you schedule a one-on-one conversation using this link, our team will take your document and handle your application for a bachelor's degree and a scholarship application for you for free. So we are currently the only team. Initially, everything there was no meeting required. However, we wanted to make sure that people who we are helping are very serious. Not we start the process and we don't hear from you again. So we know that once people schedule a meeting and they know it is a paid meeting, they are very serious about the process and want to go on. So far we've assisted thousands of people. Now we do have the Fred Effect, WhatsApp platform, which is strictly for individuals who are preparing for the US F1 visa interview. So we've been doing this for more than half a decade. We've assisted thousands of people. So, one time Aaron Inspires was part of it. Miss Hetty, Kingsford Onyina, at Kingsford Onyina's team was fantastic. We've done this for a very long time. So there's this track record of the opportunity to impact a lot of lives and all that. And anytime you subscribe, you follow, or you like, or you share a video on the Fred Effect platform, you are indirectly contributing to other people's success. So behind the scenes, and I'm sure you've seen some of the videos where people testify that the team has been assisting them with their flight tickets, in supporting people in a lot of ways. This is how you can also help. When you subscribe, you click on the like button, you follow, you're also contributing to other people's success. We really appreciate if you do that. It's been an amazing session today. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Fred, and this has been the Fred Effect. I need you to be positive and know that everything will be fine. I'll see you next